All right, poker fans, we're back with another deep dive, and this time we're going all in on a book that's earned a legendary status among poker players.
And whenever something's considered legendary, there's always that question, does it still hold up?
Exactly. Especially the fast-evolving world of poker.
Well, get ready to find out, because today we're talking about Power Hold'em Strategy by the poker legend himself, Daniel Negreanu. It's coming in at number 50 on Casino Travel Channel's top 50 poker strategy books.
Number 50, huh? That's a pretty impressive ranking for a book that was published back in 2008.
Right. And that's exactly why we're diving into it today.
So for those who haven't had the chance to crack open Power Hold'em Strategy, let's start with the basics.
Yeah, let's talk about why this book, even after all these years, is still considered a must-read for any serious poker player.
Exactly. I mean, we're talking about Daniel Negreanu here. 6-time World Series of Poker bracelet winner, 2-time World Poker Tour champion.
The guy's practically a poker superhero. But what's remarkable about Negreanu, and what comes across so strongly in Power Hold'em Strategy, is his emphasis on the mental game.
Okay, so we're not just talking about the technical aspects of poker, like pot odds and hand ranges.
Of course, those are crucial elements of the game. But what Negreanu really drives home is that poker is as much about outthinking your opponents as it is about outplaying them.
And that's where Power Hold'em Strategy really sets itself apart, right?
Absolutely. It's like having a direct line into the mind of one of poker's greatest strategists.
Now, when people hear Power Hold'em, they might think aggressive plays, massive bets, going all in.
But that's not quite Negreanu's style, is it?
Not exactly. Instead, Negreanu champions what he calls the small ball approach. And let me tell you, it's far more strategic and cunning than it might sound.
It's almost like a game of chess, where you're making calculated moves, applying constant pressure, and slowly but surely wearing down your opponents.
I've always found that fascinating about Negreanu's strategy. It's not about winning every pot. It's about winning the long game.
Exactly. And the best part is, Power Hold'em Strategy doesn't just focus on small ball. It covers a wide range of essential poker concepts, from pre-flop hand selection to post-flop play, bluffing, tournament strategies. It's incredibly comprehensive.
You're telling me.
Yeah.
And he even brings in insights from other top poker pros, sharing their experiences and perspectives.
Like in the chapter on reading tells, where he talks about a time he completely misread an opponent's body language. It cost him a huge pot, but he turned it into a valuable learning experience.
I love those anecdotes. It's like getting a glimpse behind the curtain of professional poker.
Exactly. It makes the concept so much more relatable and applicable to your own game.
Okay, so we've established that Power Hold'em Strategy is packed with valuable information. But the big question is, can these strategies still cut it in today's poker world where everyone's obsessed with GTO?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
It is, because we're now in the age of sophisticated poker software, AI opponents. It's a whole different ballgame.
And you'd think a book published in 2008 might be a little outdated, right? But here's the thing. While GTO is a powerful tool, it can only go so far. Poker, at its core, is a game of human interaction.
And that's where Negreanu's strategies really shine.
Exactly. He emphasizes observation, adaptation, understanding your opponent's tendencies. These are skills that transcend any specific era of poker.
GTO can't tell you if your opponent is bluffing based on a nervous twitch or a shaky hand. That's where Power Hold'em Strategy comes in, teaching you to be a more perceptive, adaptable, and ultimately more successful player.
It's like having an extra weapon in your poker arsenal.
You know, speaking of weapons, this book would make an absolutely killer gift for any poker enthusiast.
Especially with the holidays coming up.
Seriously, imagine finding Power Hold'em Strategy under the tree. It's like a masterclass in disguise.
Absolutely. It's a gift that keeps on giving, packed with timeless strategies and insights that any player can benefit from.
And that about wraps up our deep dive into Power Hold'em Strategy by Daniel Negreanu.
Make sure to check the show notes for links to the audiobook and the hardback so you can start mastering these strategies today.
And don't forget to stick with Casino Travel Channel as we count down the rest of our top 50 poker strategy books. Trust us, you don't want to miss it. Until next time.